Jerry Jeudy is currently wide receiver 24, according to the experts on Fantasy Pros. Wide receiver 2 for teams. What do we think?
So, originally, I actually had a thought on this. Number one, I feel like Denver, everyone just immediately thinks Denver is done because of their terrible quarterback play. They are going to go get a quarterback this year. I don't know whether it'll be in the draft, whether it'll be Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, any of those quarterbacks, but they're going to get a quarterback, and that team is going to be good. Sutton is now 1 year off of his injury. Jerry Jeudy is a phenom, and my boy is about to just tear it up, Javonte Williams in the backfield. And then Noah Fant's there as well. All young guys, all under, 25 at this point, other than Sutton, of course. So I feel like people just naturally underrate Jerry Jeudy. But honestly, after looking at this, the only people that I could say, oh, I don't know if they should be that high are the older guys, because he's behind Michael Pittman, Devontae Smith, Mike Evans. Those are the 3 wide receivers in front of him. And I believe that all 3 of them deserve to be, or all 4 of them really are on the same ballpark. But the Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, what's surrounding him at the moment, DeAndre Hopkins, the injuries. And then I don't know why DJ Moore is so high personally, but
I will never understand that. It's his age.
He is only 24, which is just wild. But
yeah.
Obviously he's a quarterback short as well. So, but I think personally DJ Moore and Jerry Jeudy should really be in the same ballpark because they're in the same boat at this point.
I think DJ Moore above Jerry Jeudy.
Well, Jerry Jeudy never had a chance to have a quarterback, though.
I know, but like
Jerry
I think
Jeudy
Cortland
is the best
Sutton's
route
better
runner
than Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy is one of the best route runners I've ever seen. I mean, the man gets open right away, and if you have Sutton on the other side and a competent quarterback, a la Aaron Rodgers, who loves Devontae Adams for getting open right off the line every time, if that were to happen in Denver, he would immediately vault up. I would say probably top 15 easily.
Chris Collinsworth with the hot take here. I actually buy yourself some Jerry Jeudy right now. He is low. People are under on him right now, and I think that they're going to at least.
Can we play a name game real quick? I'll put Jerry Jeudy versus names, and you have to tell me which receiver you'd rather have going forward. These are all people ranked lower than Jerry Jeudy.
Oh, beautiful!
Not to skew the. But all right, so Jerry Jeudy or Elijah Moore.
Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy or Chase Claypool.
Jeudy. That's smash. Like I want 2 Jeudy, or I'd have to have 2 Claypools.
I want Doug Jeudy right there.
Yeah, multiple Judys. Jerry Jeudy, Brandon Ayuk.
Jeudy. Ayuk had that.
That one's closer for me.
Yeah, it is closer.
Jeudy.
Yeah, I'm getting further away. By the way,
what about Jeudy and Sutton? Who'd you rather have?
I'd rather have Sutton. I mean, he's older, which I get, but I'd rather have the better.
He's only 26. He's not as old as everyone thinks he is.
No, but he's just older than Jerry Jeudy. No, I've got 2 more. So Jerry Jeudy, or I got 3 more. Jerry Jeudy or Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Jeudy.
That's still Jeudy, yeah. But I mean, that one's close too because Amon-Ra, what he can possibly do in Detroit, especially with a new quarterback.
Jerry Jeudy,
it's safe to
Hunter
say that we
Renfrow.
have St. Brown way higher than Fantasy Pros does.
Yeah.
Over
Renfrow or Renfrow?
Jeudy. It's still Jeudy for me.
Renfrow is a sneaky 26-year-old, by the way, which is something
I love me some Renfrow. He is an interesting looking guy.
Okay, and then the last one I have is Jerry Jeudy or Juju Smith-Schuster.
I want Juju to be good, but I own both of them, and so I'm still choosing Jeudy.
You manage both of them.
Sorry, my apologies.
Yes, manage.
Okay, I think the more
like. Okay, so here's the thing: I would take St. Brown over Jeudy. I would take Sutton over Jeudy. I would take. This is gonna sound like a joke. I'd take Darnell Mooney over Jeudy. I would. I like what Chicago's building, and even if Darnell Mooney ends up as the wide receiver 2.
I think Mooney has more promise than Jeudy because of the weapons that are there, not because of Judy's talent.
Yeah.
Mooney, there is no competition.
Yeah, that's true. Talent-wise, yeah, you're right. But I don't know.
These other guys you were saying, Elijah Moore, Jets, I'm sorry, I'm out. Chase Claypool,
the irony is I started at players that were ranked really close to him and then got further away. And it actually seems like players that were further away from him are the ones that were actually kind of like wanting a little bit more.
Well, we are way higher on St. Brown than Fantasy Pros.
Well, I can't believe how high they have St. Brown. St. Brown, I mean, I thought he was going to be very good last season.
They even
That's
have a
why
green arrow next to him, so he's
I
going
kept
up.
bringing him up in the preseason. I was like, dude, if this guy's a slot receiver, Jared Goff loves slot receivers, it's going to work out. And then
I think the best part about Amon-Ra is that his dad's name is John, and he named his kids Amon-Ra and Equanimous.
yeah, well, that's a good point. But
He's like, I hate this. I feel like that's the same thing with our generation. All of our kids and all the people who are having kids now are naming them not John, Billy, Joe, Josh. You know what I mean?
You want Jeudy or
Fair enough.
Hopkins?
That's tough for me because Hopkins, what he can do.
if I'm in a rebuild, I would rather have Jeudy. If I'm not, I'd rather have Hopkins.
No.
I don't know, with his injuries this year and everything that happened with him, I'm not saying he won't be the same, but
He'll
Okay,
still catch
so
balls,
hypothetically, Rodgers goes to Denver. Where do we have him?
though. Oof.
right next to AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Below, but right next to.
Yeah. That's so like 8-9.
I still think
15,
it vaults. I still think it
wide receiver
vaults
8.
Sutton up more than Jeudy, but that's just me.
No, I do too. I think Sutton would be, but I mean, Jerry Jeudy is such a good.
Well, I'm
route
saying I
runner.
would like Sutton more than I would like Jeudy.
Yeah. No, I agree. My only knock on Jeudy his whole career is he just quits. Like he doesn't, and I think a lot of that has to do with the quarterback play. But if you had someone there like Rodgers that would manage that, then I would assume we would really see what he's capable of doing.
I think regardless,
Yeah, right.
it's going to be a new quarterback situation there. And I think it's probably going to be Rodgers. I think that's pretty much our bet on everyone here. But even if it isn't, let's say it happens to be Russell Wilson or it happens to be a rookie in the draft. I mean, no matter what, it's an upgrade. And Judy's
sure.
going to see that and he's going to play for it and he's going to be around for a long time.